Greetings, friends. How are you? I want to share today three things that I did to reverse my knee problems. Some years ago, I was starting to have really bad knee problems. I was going to doctors, trying to figure out what was going on. I had a long history of overuse from athletics, manual labor, just living a really active lifestyle, mountain biking, bike racing, biking, messengering, doing construction work, rock climbing, you name it, I did it. And so I was considered a heavy use um, person with my joints. And the doctor that I went to told me that I was simply aging, and gave me orthotics, very expensive orthotics to put into my shoes, and some exercises to sort of fix the tracking in my knees. And I was sent on my way, and I was told to just do less of whatever was hurting me and to take some more ibuprofen. not not the best advice, but unfortunately, this is really common advice that people get, and a lot of people end up getting knee replacement surgeries or knee therapies that might not be needed. So the three things that I did was, first of all, I switched to a non-inflammation food diet. For me, that is plant-based, whole food, and I don't take like oil supplements or anything like that to bring down the inflammation, simply by eating plant-based, whole food, mostly homegrown. I'm trying to get all homegrown, but largely homegrown, at least during the summer and fall seasons. And if you feel a little bit resistant to that idea, maybe just start to think about the most inflammatory foods, such as dairy, red meat, and processed foods. We can start with those three and work on that, and then just keep contemplating what could help you in your quality of life more. The second thing that I did was I began doing stretches, and not just any stretches, very specifically sitting on the heels of my feet. And I read a number of papers where they studied people with knees all around in different cultures. And what they found is that people in cultures where people still sit on their knees, like in Asia and Africa, that they didn't see knee problems. Even though these people were doing heavy labor all day long, they just didn't have the knee issues seen in Western cultures. And what they discover is that by sitting on the heels, this is kind of how we're physiologically designed to sit, that it stretched out the tendons, causing them to thicken, and basically forced the knee to have more muscularity and strength, holding the joint in place better and having better tracking in the knee. So I started doing that, and then I also took the orthotics out of my shoes. Humans have feet that evolved for like millions of years, and the idea of orthotics, unless you're severely injured, is a little goofy. It's the wrong approach. So I got rid of all of the support in my shoes, and I had been wearing really stiff, seedy carbon fiber bottom cycling shoes for years and years, and that was like my primary shoe, and it held my foot in place and stopped the proper motion of my feet and joints up through my knees. And so I just got rid of any shoes that had support and went for like a barefoot type shoe, but with a little bit of cushion, just to soften the impact of cement because I'm in the city. So those were the three big things, and it has made all the difference. My knees are so healthy now. I even do like heavy squats. I've run marathons and ultra marathons, and I've reversed the trajectory of heading towards knee surgery. And my quality of life is so much better. I hike, I run, I do things I want to do, I have fun. So if you want to get started on the stretching, if you're like me, when I started doing this stretching to sit on the heels of my feet, I couldn't even begin to get down in that position. I couldn't even squat down on my heels, raised up on my toes. And if this is where you're at, I regret to tell you that your mobility and motility is in very poor shape. So, what you want to do is you want to get started by being next to a table or a countertop or a bar or something like that that you can hold on to, and just start every day for 5 minutes, maybe to start lowering yourself down, lower and lower and lower, to tolerance, till you start to feel a tightness or a little bit of a burn, and come back up, and then do it again, and then slowly reach so that you can go flat footed. Once you can do that, then you want to start practicing sitting and squatting in this flat footed position. It might help if you, at the beginning, want to put a little bit something underneath your heels, such as some magazines or a folded up towel or yoga mat, or 5-pound plates at the gym. And then eventually get rid of those and sit. And I spend 20 to 30 minutes a day squatting and sitting in a squat position. And it's saved my knees, and both my hips, my ankles, and my feet are actually much better too, as is my lower back. So by moving into natural positions that our physiology is designed for, and strengthening up these areas while reducing the inflammation that I'm bringing into my body, everything started righting itself. So I hope these tips help. Give them a try, spread this around. I promise, unless you've had like major damage to your knee and you're just dealing with sort of normal aging or bad knee issues, as a generalization, this is going to help you. And even if you've had bad injuries to your knees, this is also going to help you. So, thumbs up, give it a like, spread it around. Let's improve our quality of life so we're living good. Cheers.